And you've been sitting in the chamber of the House of Commons today, listening to what has been going on. There were quite a few interventions on the Prime Minister this morning, many from your own side. Quite a strength of feeling. What's your big takeaway from what the Prime Minister said?
Yeah, I think what we've got to recognise, Tom, is this is a very serious moment. A lot of people feel gut-wrenchingly sad about what's happening in Afghanistan just now, and the sight of British and American troops pulling out and are rushing to rescue the people that are left over there, the people that worked so hard with us to rebuild that country. And to see the Taliban in power again in Kabul is incredibly depressing for many members on our side who believed in the project that we were engaging in over there. And therefore it was right that the Parliament was recalled and that the Prime Minister took serious and searching questions, not just from the opposition, but also from his own backbenchers. I think the Prime Minister did that. We all understand the situation as it is out in Afghanistan. Once the Americans took the decision to withdraw, there was no way, unless NATO decided to operate without the Americans, which was very unlikely, that we could stay in that country unilaterally. And so the effort now, the operation now, is focused on getting as many people who helped us and British nationals who remain in Afghanistan out and to safety. And that is what the Prime Minister explained today, as well as announcing this new refugee scheme, which is going to take up to 20,000 people. And that number could increase if it needs to. But we are determined to do what we can for the Afghan people.
Now, of course, something that Keir Starmer, the leader of the Labour Party, but also Theresa May, the former Prime Minister, someone who you used to work for, mentioned today was that the intelligence around this whole affair seems to have been very poor, both on the side of the Americans and on our side. In fact, Keir Starmer brought up the fact that a month ago, the Prime Minister said that there was no military path to victory for the Taliban. That appears to have been wrong. Why did we get it so badly wrong?
Well, look, these are questions that are going to be asked of the intelligence community, of the different NATO allies that operate in and out of Afghanistan. There are obviously going to be questions asked at the highest possible level, and I'm sure that the Foreign Secretary, the Defence Secretary and indeed the Prime Minister are asking those questions, because every single one of them, and indeed President Biden himself, has expressed their shock at the speed and rapidity that the government in Kabul fell. So there are questions to be asked as to whether the intelligence did let us down or indicated a different outcome. As I said, those questions will be being asked, and it is right that they will be asked in Parliament as well. That's the job of Parliament, that's the job of the Intelligence and Security Committee, the Defence Committee, and of course of the government itself.
And something else that the Prime Minister mentioned in his speech was that 69,000 Afghan troops have died defending their country. That's been widely seen as a veiled criticism of President Biden and his comments that the Afghans simply didn't put up a fight. What's your interpretation?
Yeah, look, the Afghans who fought and fell for their country need to be commended and remembered in the same way that we remember those that fell under our flag and under the flag of our allies. These men and women were fighting as our allies in that country to rebuild that country and to ensure it's free from terrorism for years to come. We should remember that and the sacrifices that they made. 69,000 men and women is a huge number to lose their life in such an effort. And I think that President Biden should actually reflect on some of the words that he made on Monday and reflect that many, many Afghans did fight for their country, but it was actually the withdrawal of American support that led to the Afghan army not having that essential iron back to ensure that it didn't collapse as quickly as it did.
And it seems that the House of Commons really on this particular issue is speaking with one voice today. We heard a similar sentiment from Keir Starmer, the leader of the Labour Party. Is there a growing rift between the United Kingdom and the United States of America? No,
absolutely not. I mean, look, we are criticising the United States in the way that they've taken the action that has taken place over the past few days. But the United States of America remains our strongest ally. We remain in a close and special and deep relationship with them in many aspects of many operations around the globe, diplomatically, militarily and intelligence issues, and we will continue to do so. President Biden and Prime Minister have a fantastic relationship, and that relationship will endure and build as the years go forward.